The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
Set to kick off.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Lockett on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson down on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year in Louisville. But how about this one? A 1st-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the 1st round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
22-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Todd Gurley. Lee, 30 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Lockett the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Las Vegas Raiders had 3-2 now after one of the biggest surprises of the season in Week 5. They go into Arrowhead and knock off the Chiefs 40-32, breaking the Chiefs' 13-game winning streak. And Charles, you were there for this one. How big of a surprise did it feel like to you?
It was a major surprise for everyone because, remember, as you said, 13-game winning streak for Kansas City. That's starting last season all the way through the Super Bowl and into this season, so it counts postseason play. First time the Raiders had won in Kansas City since 2012. Kansas City was 12-2 in their last 14 against this team. And Patrick Mahomes, he was 4-0 as a starter against the Raiders. Prior to this ball game, Derek Carr, conversely, was 0-4 against Patrick Mahomes. But what a game for Derek Carr. 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, bounced back from an early interception, and then Josh Jacobs took over on the ground down the stretch. Really pounded the football. I know this for people seems like a tough team to figure out. Really good one week, sometimes underwhelming the next. It's a young team, but this win, Brandon, this could catapult them. They get an open week now. Then they're home against Tampa Bay in a monster game now. At Cleveland, at the Chargers. But remember, they've beaten New Orleans, they've beaten Kansas City. They are capable of playing with just about anyone.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And he gets it down to the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yo. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And he puts it through. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Lockett the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rolling to his right. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Jackson's pass.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that?
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
That's the end.
That's it. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Raiders 7.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Lockett the return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40.
Is that it?
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 51 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
10. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Lockett the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Las Vegas.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Gurley. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Jackson on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Joseph's got it. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Raiders 14. Raiders 13.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 20-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible, I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I know he ain't got it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On first down, it's Jackson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Jackson, he's got the first down here inside the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Raiders.
They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Lockett the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down 21-13, a minute 46 to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Xavier McKinney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. It's complete to Brown, right side. 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Marquise Brown, 79 yards. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the two-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 20.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it down.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Lockett the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now it's the Raiders' turn, trailing by a touchdown. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To try again after the sack. Jackson, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
everyone, welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
an early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll get nothing out of that one.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
He was brought down.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Well, the Baltimore Ravens now 4-1 in 2020. They get the relatively easy win over Cincy Week 5, 27-3. The 4th straight time they've beaten their AFC North rivals. And the Ravens getting their first look at Joe Burrow, and really they were the first one to totally tamp him down holding him without a touchdown. And what was that you told me, Charles, the 5th time that a reigning MVP had taken on last year's #1 pick?
Yeah, and like the previous 4 times, the MVP came out on top. In this game going into it, when you looked at those two playing against each other, it was almost like professional wrestling. Belt versus belt, wasn't it? Think of the hardware both of them have in their homes that they have accumulated during their time. Not just reigning MVP versus #1 overall pick, but both perform
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Xavier McKinney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Ravens nothing.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chase Young providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Returnable for Lockett. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Ross Blacklock. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And it's caught by Ed McCaffrey.
Jackson.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Number 87.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The stop.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Bo. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Complete to Bo Jackson. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They run the counter. Jackson, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
His pass caught at the 4. And he is going to lose yardage here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Ravens nothing.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. They juked him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. 16 yards, a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll run again with Jackson. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Jackson.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Jackson on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. And by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the gun. Jackson got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 25-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Raiders have got him.
Jackson.
That's a cornerback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
That's good.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Jackson to throw. Short throw to Smith. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. On the draw, it's Jackson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they...
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. Sometimes I need it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson now. And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Back at the 16.
Someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
44-yard line.
Now a man who had some big runs against these Seahawks, it's Bo Jackson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
1st and 10.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Now a give, right side, George. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Seahawks nothing.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Short throw to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, here's Bo. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3 on the play.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Complete.
DK Metcalf, 56 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I was
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
No good. That keeps the score. Raiders 13.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise.
And the Raiders have got him. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Jackson.
Chase Young in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Now it's Lockett. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
40-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson, short throw to Smith. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Defense wins championships, baby.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about.
What are they thinking? What are they thinking?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And McCaffrey, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's George. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Hey, let's get there. 48 the mic. Hey, let's get that.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end? And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
For the extra point.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Number 30.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
He was
balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3.
They run again with Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Las Vegas.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Jackson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Check back 47. Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
At the 42-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered by.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now is Jackson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Good for a seam.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They keep the game alive, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
To Eddie George.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That ties the game 13-all.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
At their own.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Bo. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
And 5 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll make it 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yards to go.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it back to the house. All zeros on the clock. What an ending to this. What a defensive touchdown.
And that's how you play defense, folks.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when...
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Lockett the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 27-yard line.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, Jackson, the ball carrier.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
on 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for a loss.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he will be very close to a 1st Down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kick is good.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Lockett the return. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
For the Jacksonville Jaguars, you know, the joy of that Week 1 victory has really faded into somewhat of a cold reality, CD. They lose their 4th straight game Week 5. This one 30-14 over the previously winless Houston Texans. And I hate to say this for the fans that are cheering on Jacksonville, but I think we can safely say they are who we thought that they were.
Wow, I like that. Did you just drop that big elbow like that? But you did, you know, couch it with you hated to say it, right?
I did, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against Jacksonville, but they got off to that first Week 1 victory, and then it's been downhill.
See, I like how empathetic you are, and you're very good at that. But this is a defense that's allowing almost 32 points per game during this losing streak. The talent just isn't there yet. They're trying to work on it. They do have talented players. James Robinson has been a find at running back, the rookie out of Illinois State. Laviska Shenault, you know how much I loved him coming out of the draft. DJ Chark, they're an intriguing receiver tandem. They've got to continue to get better play out of other players as well. And how about this for a stat? They're the first team in NFL history to lose 3 straight weeks to previously winless teams, not counting opening day. Now they come home for Detroit, then they have an open week in Week 7. So they need a big win against the Lions to start to try and turn this thing around. They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
Jaguars 3.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
It's now
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward.